Okay, yeah, that was my part.
Mm.
Where I'm from, who am I, and now, uh, baby, tell us
Mm.
about you. Maybe we start with the first question. When did you come to Germany?
I came to Germany in 2009 in winter, November 2009. I think it was on the 28th November. That was my first day here in Germany. Yeah.
Mm,
Mm.
okay, and you told me once it was very cold.
Mm.
How was the feeling to come from like a hot country, Kenya,
Mm.
to a more or less cold or warm country in
Yeah.
Germany? How is this feeling?
Actually, Germany doesn't have a nice weather.
Okay.
Yeah, but I came in winter. I came in winter. It was very cold. I think I experienced that time minus 28 degrees, and I was like, my goodness. Like, it feels like someone took me and closed me inside a refrigerator. That is how I was feeling when I came to Germany. And the funny part of it is, my cousin told me before to wear like a warm jacket while coming here because it's
Hmm.
so cold. But me, I was thinking in my head, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to Germany, so I have to look nice. And I actually didn't wear a heavy jacket, so you can't imagine how I was freezing. I froze and I was like, my goodness, God help me. But yeah, that was my first experience in Germany. Cold winter, and the people looked stone faced to me. They're
Okay.
like, I don't know whether it's a German thing, but people look so stone faced sometimes.
Hmm.
There's no this Kenyan, social, you can say hi to everyone. On the street, people just look serious. And I was like, these people are so cold. And then I didn't understand the language at that point. I started doing the German language in Goethe-Institut in Nairobi, but that was just 3 months. 3 months is not enough for you to get everything. So I knew basic stuff like nouns and how to call some stuff, but then I couldn't make a conversation like I can right now. So
Hmm.
yeah, that was my first experience here in
Okay.
Germany. Yeah.
And what exactly did you want to do here in Germany? I mean, what was the purpose to come to Germany?
I wanted to study. I wanted to study in Germany, but studying in Germany is very expensive, especially when you're coming, from Kenya. We don't pay any fees, just to make things right. We don't pay fees here, but to come with a student visa is not easy. They need a lot of stuff from you, and you have to show that you have a fixed account with 7,000, 8,000 euros.
Mm.
Me, I didn't come
Oh,
from a rich family, so where is my parents going to get 7,000 euros, which is, you know, yeah, which is a lot of money in Kenya. So my cousins helped me to come here as an au pair. They were already, I had cousins who were studying here already. And yeah, that was a better way for me because au pair, you get yourself a family here, and this family will cater for your needs, insurance, give you room, and pay for your language course sometimes. Now, mine was not paying for my language course, it wasn't part of the contract. And then you can, you have the opportunity to learn the language in that way. And yeah, so I used au pair as a platform to study au pair, to make my language better, to do the language course. And then yeah, and then after that I registered in Studienkolleg. Yeah.
hmm, yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. Do you have
Mm.
any fun fact what you experienced in Germany?
Yeah. That's what I always tell it to everyone. So when I came to Germany, guys, what I did, people told me Germans are so punctual and they're always correct. They're 120% correct and all that. So I want to be a good person in Germany. I don't want to come and break the rules. And so I tell myself, Marina, tomorrow you're starting school, classes. So my host mom gave me, the time when the bus is coming and everything. And so I thought you have to be over punctual there because Germans are punctual, so I have to be punctual too. So I was punctual, and I was standing at that bus stop waiting for my bus, and then a bus drove by and stopped there, and I got inside this bus, And when I got into the bus, I couldn't speak the German language. I just remember telling the driver, Bahnhof. Bahnhof means train station. I was asking the driver whether he's heading to the train station. And the driver looked at me and told me, no, this is a school bus. Then your bus is coming next. Just wait there. And I looked at the people sitting in the bus, kids, and they were confused too. They were looking at me like, oh, is she lost or something? That was a very funny experience. So I had to get out and wait for my next bus. And yeah, that bus is what took me to the train station, to the Bahnhof. That was a very funny experience. I didn't know that school buses don't look like the normal school buses that I know of in Kenya. It's that I'll see, at least in Kenya you can see like Mary Hill Secondary School or something. That's a school bus. Here the school bus just looks just normal, like just a normal bus. So that was a funny experience to me as a starter in Germany.
It's just written on the bus in front or at the side school bus, but there's nothing like the name of the school or so.
So that was
okay. That's interesting. And I mean, me as a German, I can't imagine this better. It's interesting.
And the funny part is I didn't even know how to check when the buses are coming, I didn't know how to check that plan. So I couldn't even check and see what is happening. So I was just relying on my instincts. You're punctual, so the bus which will come here will be your bus to take you to the train station. So I was just thinking logically.
And okay, and how would your story go on then? After your au pair, what did you do?
After my au pair, actually when the au pair was still going on, when this program was still going on, I started applying for school because I wanted to study here. So I sent my applications and I was accepted in Mettingen. But before you get to start, you have to do a German language exams so that they can prove that your language is good. So that is what I was learning for when I was, an au pair. I would read German like someone who's studying medicine. Till midnight I was still, with my books. But I think God gave me a lot of courage because I used to carry my language textbooks to Münster University. As just you were just a language student. I used to go to the library, of the university library, sit there with them, study my language books and see just the environment, the university environment. And I was telling God, wow, no, this will be me after passing the exam. So that would motivate me, And my host mom would even ask me, how was school? I was in the library, I would tell her, it was really good, but I didn't say I was in the university library. So I had some weird courage and, I think God just gives you the courage and the faith you need sometimes to do things, extraordinary things. I mean, I don't know how I trusted myself to be with them. And I got friends, I got friends in the university. And so that was my start. From au pair, then, they studied my language, the language myself. And then, and then my road headed to Mettingen after au pair because I passed the exams and now I was accepted to do a it's not a medicine course, but it's called M course, medizinische. So everyone who wants to do anything in medicine, medicine related, how do you call them, courses, medicine related courses, have to do M course and student collect. So that is what I did. That is what I did. And then after that my journey just headed somewhere else again.
And then you are working as you studied health sciences. So tell us, how did you come to health sciences and how was the study and where did you study? And
I studied health sciences because I was running medicine somehow, I was thinking of studying medicine, but then I was like, I work a lot. I used to work and send money home too sometimes. And so it was a lot. Sometimes they do night shifts, and I was like, I want to make it, I want to make it in a medicine school when you're working this much, so I had to look for a course that is not directly medicine. but somewhere in that, in that field,
Mm-hmm.
So that is how I came about health sciences. In Germany we call it Gesundheitswissenschaften, and I did my bachelor in Gesundheitswissenschaften and then my master in health sciences. So it was also a good balance because my bachelors were in German, but my masters I did them in English. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So a good balance. Yeah, so that is why I chose health sciences. Actually, not at that time I wasn't passionate about health related topics and as such, but I was like, okay, I have to study something that will give me an opportunity also in Germany to when I'm want to look for a job. So I studied something that would actually make many doors open for me in Germany. So that was my thought too. I think when you're coming from Kenya or other countries where you know how hard it is to look for a job, the first thing when you're choosing courses is always like, the job afterwards. Sorry, the job afterwards. Are you looking at me like that?
How do I look?
Yeah, the job afterwards. So the job was actually my motivation to get into the health sciences field. Yeah, because I'm the firstborn, so I was thinking after your studies you have to be able to support yourself and also help your family. So if you get to study something that you want to get you a job, then I'm in trouble, So that's why I chose health sciences. Yeah. But I like it. I like the field. You get to learn a lot.
Yeah. And what is your job now? Currently, what are you doing?
My job, I'm working in the education sector. Working with young people, and I help them find vocational training in Germany. And for those who don't have, Abschluss certificates, I think it's equivalent to secondary school certificates, we offer courses to them, and I take health and social sciences, and I take biology with them, and I also just offer English as a module, And so that is what I'm doing at the moment. It's really nice working with young people, and I think it's a field also that one can serve God easily. You get broken people, you get people from different families, and you get to motivate them, to help them out, and just seeing them getting vocational training here, getting good certificates afterward, that's I think it's a blessing. It's even more than a blessing.
Yeah, wow, sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was us. This was a bit of our story, a bit of insights of our story. We hope you liked it, and we wish you all the best. Thank you for watching our videos.
Thank you.
And we will see you next time.
See you. Bye.
Bye.